Hey guys, what's going on? I know. It has been another long while since I have updated my blog, but a lot has been going on in the last year, and some of that stuff I'll talk about today. But one of those new things being I have a mouthful of metal now, so it may change the way I talk, so don't judge me a little bit. But also, I don't want you guys, of course, as I said before, to think that I take it for granted that you reach out to me, that you ask me when I'm going to do the next blog. You also make suggestions for things that you want to hear about topics in general and also about myself. So it's much appreciated. It's nice to know that there is information that I'm putting out in the world or into the universe that is actually wanted by request. So I feel really good about that. Even right now, instead of waiting for the perfect time or the perfect moment to do the blog, I was like, I'm waiting for my friend that was running late for brunch so I can go on ahead and just, do it. So I'm here. One of the, two of the things that I want to talk about, I want to talk about health in general, not just physical health, but also mental health and everything and how all of that works holistically together. Of course, I'm going to talk more so about my experience and my perspective of that. I have, in the last year, had a lot go on. I've had a breakup with a relationship that wasn't as rough as I thought it would be for me, but it was still very mentally taxing on the brain with everything else that I have going on with my cleaning company and with my part-time job that I have for a nonprofit, my internship with a nonprofit, and I also started grad school back in last August. So a lot has happened here lately. But with everything happening, I wanted to go and seek out some mental health therapy and counseling. I got some new insurance benefits back in January, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should actually look into speaking to someone about everything that's going on and get a reliable, unbiased party's opinion about things that are going on, and also to help me in the role of discovery and finding out a lot of things about myself and how to navigate those things as I'm finding out about them. I have had 4 sessions with the therapist so far. We'll have another one coming up, I believe, coming up on Tuesday. So far, it's been pretty good. We talked a lot about what's going on with me currently, present day, but we've also done a lot of history. We talked about my family. We've talked about my past relationships. We've talked about a lot of those things. So it's been a really big getting to know you few sessions so far. We also have talked about some of the things that I would like to work on moving forward, such as, prioritizing, blah, blah, blah. And she is helping me to discover a lot of those things. As a minority, I have seen where a lot of minorities have shamed mental health. A lot of minorities have said, well, if you're going to look into going to go and see somebody, what in the hell could be going on in your life that is just that bad that you can't figure it out on your own? And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about therapy and about life in general. Sometimes we are not able to help ourselves. We don't have all the keys or all the right answers to all the questions that we have going on in our minds. And it's nice to talk to some individual who actually has the training and capacity to help put some priority to a lot of those thoughts and processes that we have going on in our heads on a daily basis that ultimately become accumulated. And that's how a lot of people have mental health breakdowns. So I started seeing her. It's been pretty great for the most part. I'm looking forward to the therapy sessions moving forward. I'm at a place in life, even just at 27 now, where I am a lot more about fixing things on a micro level as opposed to fixing them on a macro level. And what that means in the world of psychology and sociology, both, we oftentimes go on in life treating everything as if it's an event. And in all actuality, it's not an event. It's not an anomaly. It's not a special occurrence. At the root cause of it, it's actually a pattern of behavior, and we get so used to functioning in this pattern of behavior that we fix the things that are happening as an effect of the pattern of behavior, but we're not actually fixing the pattern of behavior primarily due to the fact that we don't even know ourselves sometimes, that we're operating in a pattern of behavior. And excuse me, even for myself, I noticed that there are a lot of patterns of behaviors that I want to change. When I first started grad school, they told us that we would find out a lot about ourselves. And as I'm navigating through the program, and as I'm navigating, through textbooks and people and stuff like that, I am finding there is a lot that I'm learning about myself. And there are some of those things I like, and some of those things I truly don't like. Like, sometimes some of those things like hurt to the core. I have been sitting in also some one-on-one or some therapy sessions as well on my internship, because I have to report to a supervisor. And some of those sessions have been really intense. I've heard a lot of things that I really didn't want to hear, but when I heard those things, I couldn't help but just go and look at myself and kind of hold a mirror and say, yeah, that's you sometimes, or that's you all the time. And it hasn't stopped the tears from trickling, or my feelings or emotions from getting hurt. But it's one thing for someone else to hurt your feelings. It's another thing when you hurt your own feelings, and then you actually come to the realization that you have done that, or that you have been neglecting yourself. Once you get to that, once you have started having those experiences of neglect and the toll that it's had on you that you've caused, it can do a lot to a person, or it did a lot to me. It made me want to look further into the things that I have not dealt with, but also it's very scary, because I'm like, well, how much more is it that I'm going to find out? And in hindsight, how many relationships on a family level, or on an intimate level, or on a friendship level, how many relationships have my patterns, or have my patterns of behavior affected? And what could I have done differently to change that? So it's definitely a growth moment right now for me, and I'm really excited about it. I'm happy about it. And with everything going on, I like the fact that I am looking forward to having a lot more prioritized things going on in my life. So fast forward, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and HIV as far as medication is concerned. I was taking Prezista, Norvira, and Truvada for probably like the last 3 years. Prezista was fairly new to the market, probably by a few months when I started taking it, and it was great. But then I started to realize I felt really groggy and fatigued a lot throughout the day in general. And once I spoke with my physician and talked to some other individuals that I know, some friends that were taking the same regimen, they felt the same way. And some friends that I talked to said they got off of it and felt better just within 30 days of getting off of it. And the Norvir, come to find out, is the culprit of a lot of that fatigue that individuals feel. So I started taking Stribal. Stribal gave me these really, really, really bad nightmares. Not that I think that it was the pill that was causing the nightmares, but it put my body into a deeper sleep. And with everything I have going on, I think that it just kind of happened that way. I took the Stribal for about 2 months, and then I stopped taking the Stribal, and I started taking Triumec. I've been taking Triumec for about 28 days now. It's been pretty great. It took a little bit of time for my body to wean itself completely off of the Stribal to the Triumec so that it can operate independently, but I think I'm feeling it. So with my whole health, we talked about mental health. I've also physically started doing some changes. I started taking a daily probiotic to help get some good positive cultures in my digestive system and help me to digest properly and everything. I also recently, as of a week ago, I got a colonic done. It was pretty good. It felt very good. It felt very natural, and I did not know that there was that much stuff that was in there. It was just like, yeah, it was an experience. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to next month and getting it done. I think I'm going to try to do it once a month, if I can keep it in the budget. But I got a Groupon. It was like 35 bucks. You know, it wasn't that bad. I also started taking multivitamin again. The one I'm taking now is called Rainbow Light. It has really good reviews online, and so far, so good. I take it once a day. I also take it with my probiotic and, of course, my antiretroviral. So I'm looking a lot into my holistic health these days. I'm 27, so I want to make sure that I'm giving myself the best possible future that I can give myself as far as my my whole health is concerned. Also, I have been back in the gym. I am trying to do 3 days a week, and with everything I have going on, I'm trying to make it a priority. Life happens, and even though life is happening, I can't forget about me, and I've done that quite a few times, and I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't help to make Brandon a really nice person, or the nicest person that he can be. I'm going to wrap this video up, and give me some submissions, give me some things you guys want me to talk about. I have some things on my list, but I want to hear from you. All right, so I'll talk to you soon.